So YouTube viewers, I got a bit of stuff this weekend. I met a new seller south from me, like an hour and a half or so, and he was selling some cars for a pretty good deal, $2 a piece. So I figured I'd go by and meet this guy, and I'll show you what I got today. Some of them isn't from the seller, but I guess I'll show you these I have laying down because there's quite a bit. Well, not too much, but some. Did find this silhouette Liberty Walks McLaren S20S. I mostly like it for the color, but to be honest, I think I may end up trading this for something else. There's a set if you want to look for this set is pretty old. If you're wondering, like, wow, yeah, this set is. I think it came out like way back. Well, not way back, but I live in a small town, so we get older sets coming in now compared to like bigger towns. They always have the newer stuff. I have been waiting for these cartoons. I'm still looking for the JDMs, but these little, I do collect little trucks like you guys saw in my Utes and small truck collection. This was pretty cool. There's a set if you want that. They did have all these. I did get the Chevy C10, but mostly for trades because that's a pretty popular casting here. I always get the casting that people go for because I can always trade for more basics or something else. Um, they were all in the pegs except the Grand National, of course, and the Cadillac. These two were probably gone out of the this set, but everything else was there. I just wanted the Toyota, to be honest. The van, I do collect vans, but I wasn't really a fan of this color scheme, so I passed up on it. But I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, this was part of that guy. I've never seen this before. Well, besides just trucks, I've never seen this one. Bluefoot 72 Chevy. And this may be my only square body truck that I'll ever own. Yeah, I've never seen any of these. This, 2011, 2012. This may have came out in 2021. So yeah, it has been. This is probably is a somewhat older casting. So this will be going with my Mr. Freeze display because it's blue and white. So I figured that could go with my Mr. Freeze stuff color schemes. El Camino, he had this as well. Never seen this. I thought that was pretty cool. I've never seen an El Camino like that with the flame on it. 1980. I would like to have an 86. 86 is my year with cars. I've always got that was like my lucky number. 86. I thought that was pretty cool. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, dude, I have to snag that. You know, I think that might be my first green light. Ute. Oh, the Border Patrol cars. I have all of these. I do collect some emergency cars that I see in real life. So this is a Hobby Lobby exclusive. So if you're wondering where you find them, Hobby Lobby. I have all of these except the Harvester Scout. Because here I even have the Transit van. I do collect vans and emergency cars. And you're probably wondering, like, why, dude? Well, the thing is, I just love emergency cars. I collect everything. Doesn't matter what it is. If I see a scheme in real life, or things I've worked for companies. I was never an officer, but I did a lot of medical stuff and helped people. So we would see, emergencies always happen. So I have to be there, or we had to be because I'm retired now. But if I see something in real life or I've dealt with people, I always just get it for like, oh, I've seen it. It's kind of iconic to me, I guess I would say. Now these are also the $2 cars. Got this cool Volkswagen GTI. And I need to start collecting more hatchbacks because I only have a little bit. You're probably wondering what that stuff is. I just cleaned them with a baby wipe lightly because they were pretty dirty. So they're all clean now, thankfully. But I love Volkswagens. I think they're really cool hatchbacks. I want to get an 86 Scirocco, but the older stuff like that's pretty hard to find, especially like the Rabbits or the basic GTIs. This one was also cool. I like the Cherry Blossom. You can find these on 5-packs. There's one right now with the Japanese ones. It's pink, but since I've never seen this Japan Origins, I'd like the cool white hatchback. Although it's a Honda Civic for sure. Yeah, Honda Civic Type R 08. I like the Cherry Blossoms on it too. There's a set if you're looking for it. I think I have this one already, but it was from another card, so I'll need to look out for the one with the cherry blossoms. I do have that one. We are going to be opening that Subaru because That's for my emergency vehicles as well. Thankfully, he had it in the set. So, oh yeah, Scirocco GT 24. This is a really cool hatchback. You don't see much of these anymore. If you probably want, it's just the baby white stuff. I need to make sure and give them another, or just get my hand and take off all the little microfiber stuff on there. You can see it, yeah. They come off, don't worry. It's not the plastic, it's just all that little fibers. Because when I buy used cars or cars off like sellers, they're always like dusty because they have them on the table and the wind's blowing. So I just wipe them. I give them a light wipe so I don't wet the card, and just clean them the best I can. And you can see it. It's really clean. I clean the blisters and they're very clean and they smell good. That's all that matters. There's a set. He didn't have the pickup. Sadly, he didn't have the caddy. He had everything except those two, I guess. The caddy and then the pickup. But I only wanted the Scirocco and then this Golf Mark II. So thankfully, I got the ones I wanted from that set, I would say. Oh, the Neon Speeders. He had a lot of Volkswagens too, so hey, by all means, I don't hate Volkswagen, so I'll take them. There's a set if you're looking for those neons. I do need to find the RS, because I collect a lot of RSs. It's probably my main hatchback collection in my hatchback tote is Focus RSs, because I have an SE. I drive one in real life, and I do plan on upgrading to an RS soon. The thing is to find one, because they discontinued my car. So they only make them in European countries. That's just the 8s from the other sets. We'll see. They just have different card backgrounds. But that's pretty cool. He had 2 of these, but I wanted the better clean one because these I'm not going to open. The ones I'm going to open I'll show you last. Here's on the Golf Mark 1. Very, very popular Volkswagen. Probably more popular than this one, the Mark 2. Mark 1s are probably more loved. I know people don't hate them, but the Mark 1 gets more of the love, I would say. To be honest, I would prefer a Mark 1, but I would take a Mark 2 either way. I've always liked the little boxy but aerodynamic look, I thought it was kind of cool. And there's also really cool kits for these, like you can get louvers, roof spoilers and stuff like that. Well, I already showed you guys this. I found these at an older store, like a Peg. I think it was a Dollar General. It's a Pajero. If you guys saw my rally video, I have the Super Treasure Hunt, and I decided to get the basic. If it can focus on that, I don't know if it can, but this is a basic version of the Super Treasure Hunt. And since I was like, why not get both, in the collection? Let me actually fix this here, because what I do, I usually put 3 and 3 to make more room and so it doesn't fall or something like that. Oh, here's the Porsche. I have the Super Treasure, but I decided to get the basic as well. And there's a lot of these. To guarantee, anytime you see something rally from Hot Wheels or Matchbox, they are going to be peg warmers here. So, I might as well snag it because, I'll probably regret it later. Oh, the $2 bin from that guy. I've never seen this before. This is really, really cool. See if this is part of a set. Oh yeah, well there's a set. If you're looking, he did have most of these. I think the only one he didn't have was the Viper and the Chevy. I'm pretty sure those were the main sellers when I went there. Thankfully, I don't collect square bodies and stuff, so there was a lot of rally stuff and hatchbacks that people left behind. So I'm like, hey, by all means, I'll buy them. I would say it was a pretty good haul for me yesterday from that guy. Another iconic rally car right here. I think this one had the Rossman's livery sometimes. There's a A5. And this is iconic color scheme they usually race with. Sadly, he didn't have any of these. Just this rally car. The Porsche. Maybe he had the Datsun. I can't remember. But I need to check and see if I don't have that one, because I have so many recolors of it. It's ridiculous. But I don't have this one. I have the Hot Wheels one, but the way this one looks, I like the way Matchbox does their rally cars, because they do like threaded tires, and I would say they do more detail on off-road and utility vehicles. That's the reason I decided to keep that one too. Well, El Camino is just blue. I need to find more recolors of these. These sell pretty quick because I think people customize them a lot. You know, they just drill out the rivets and paint them different colors. These El Caminos are pretty popular for that. But I like them just the way they are, like this. You know. So I'll have to be looking for more recolors of that for sure. One of my favorite fantasy castings, Draftinator. I still need to find the orange one. I think that one's a basic treasure hunt or something. But I have so many of these. Well, they're all different colors. The only ones I have loose are the ones that come in 5 packs or like exclusives. I do plan on collecting every single Draftinator. I've always liked the way this looks. Like a cool NASCAR or drift truck. It looks like a little truck too. So these go with my Utes. Or I don't know if I have my Utes or my fantasy castings. Either way, I have all the recolors so far. Mazaripu. I don't have this color, I don't think. Hopefully I don't. Well, I guess I'll check later when I put these away. I think these are cool little trucks too. Kind of like between this and the Datsun 620, I would put them in the same category. Got a Ranchero. Different color. I have a green one, and this one's... It's got that cool two-tone from the 70s. I was like 72, yeah. Back in the 70s and 80s, they did the cool two-tone color schemes of the pins. Pinstripe paint jobs and stuff. And that came out, like, most of them came out of factory, so that's what was cool about it, Oh, another Falcon livery. The AE86 Sprint Truano. I have been looking for this for a long time. I have the basic mints and blue Falcon colors. And I think most of these are Kroger exclusives most of the time. With the black and white versions of the Falcon livery. So now I finally found one. Because the guy I trade with and for the accelerators, he has a lot of these. But he wants like way too much money in my opinion. Probably even more money than the accelerators. And you're probably like, what? I was like, yeah. I guess because his buyers usually pay more for stuff like this. Well, I can see why. This is a pretty iconic 80s cars. But another edition, finally, from my Falcon and Golf display box. Because those are pretty hard to find nowadays, Falcon and Golf liveries. Another Pikes Peak Celica. I've never seen this color scheme. Slingshot Racing. I thought it was pretty cool. It's pretty simple, blue and white. I thought it was cool I said Slingshot. That's one of my favorite fantasy castings as well. So I decided, why not? Wow, JCPenney sticker, dang. I don't even see JCPenney's much anymore, but that's so cool. Figured I'd snag it because I've never seen it. Not really a fan of the newer 007 movies, but it is Aston Martin, and it is from 007. So I'm going to be putting this with my 007 stuff. Aston Martin Valhalla concept. And I do like concept cars, so I think that's the reason I got this one too. 007, concept car, Aston Martin, of course, and dome shape. I would put these with my dome shape and concept car tub. So this will be going in there. Or I could just put it on my 007, to be honest, because it is a 007 car. I'm not into 90s much, but I did snag these. I was gonna say 350. Yeah, 350Z Nissan. I know 3. Got this cool gold and white scheme. Kind of the typical Nissan livery scheme you would see them on. And then I got this version as well. Matchbox Japan. Never seen this. It's got like a Godzilla, like the tribal, the claw marks. So, why not? I've never seen these two before. And you don't really see these castings much anymore. There's nothing on the back. Because these are probably just... Guarantee these will be peg warmers. Because Matchbox doesn't... Even the 90s stuff, people don't really want to buy the 90s or 80s cars on Matchbox. Unless if they're Hot Wheels for some reason. Oh, another C4. I love C4 Corvettes. I have a C4, C7, and 05 through 09 tub. These all go together. Same for Fox bodies, and those will all go in a tub together. Because I put my C4s and my Fox bodies together, and then my C7s with 05 through 09, because 05 through 09 has somewhat the same body of the Mustang, and C7 the same body too, but just different performance packages. So that's the reason why I put those two together. And it was around the same era. Fox body's 80s, and Corvette, obviously they're 87. I put those two together, and same thing for the Mustangs. The C7's newer, but I always just put them there because that was the only two I would want out of Chevy and Ford. Those two sports cars. I would say. Sports and supercars. This just came out. I think these are the Walmart Matchbox sets. I did like the Lotus. I collect these Lotuses. I think there's a Corvette C8. This one. There's a Miata, a Jaguar F-Type, and a Camaro convertible. But I only wanted the Lotus, to be honest, and I thought the card was pretty cool. It's got this cool old school white and red livery, kind of like a Le Mans style. Oh yeah, another RX-7 blue, my favorite RX-7. I think it's an FB. Sorry if I don't know, but I know this is a late 70s, early 80s RX-7. These are my favorite RX-7s, and these are the only ones I collect, to be honest. I don't think I have any other RX-7 besides this body style. And this is a wide body variant. I know it's not the original, but either way, it's still the year I like. That's the reason I bought it. And then, oh, AW11 first gen MR2. Yeah, I had one of these. Sadly, it got caught on fire. We had a wildfire in our town a couple of years ago, but it was white. I saw this like, oh man, I have been looking for a white MR2. I wish they kept the stock rims on this, but I know probably because they can't do that. But man, I've been looking for a white one for a long time, and I actually got two of these, and you'll see why. But I have a lot of recolors. I have like a brownish copper, a black. The black one just came out recently too, but this is an older one. This probably came out, let's see what it says. No, I don't think it would tell me, because sometimes there'll be a year back here to tell you when it came out, but I don't see the number. No idea. Either way, finally got me a white one. Another recolor of my favorite MR2. Oh, another 007 car. I already have this, but it had a different card. And this card looked pretty cool, you know? Never seen it. Unless if I do have it, I'll have to check here again. But either way, I don't mind having two of these. There's a set. Oh, I'll have to be looking for that one for somebody. But other than that, you know, another edition. Pretty cool. Now this is the other one I got. Look at that beautiful Japan Origins, the Cherry Blossom. It's the same car. It's just the car, different card art. That's why I got this one too. And well, every time I see these are peg warmers here. I always get them because no one ever buys them. And I'm like, hey, by all means, it was one of my favorite 80s cars. Man, rest in peace. But you know, she was a beauty. Probably my first ever mid-engine car. Because after this one, I bought an 86 Fiero Fastback mid-engine car as well. And sadly, they both burned together. But, you know, at least they're together in heaven. Another 85 Honda. I love these Hondas CRXs. I've always preferred the square headlights more than the rounded. And I love this wide body look they give to it too. And I have the white version, but this one's black. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another recolor, pretty much. And another recolor of accelerators, Spectite. Yeah, Spectite. It's pretty cool. This I'm not going to open unless if I find another one. But there's those. You saw the ballistic of my last video. So these two, to be honest, are the only ones I wanted because there are acceleration cars. And I would consider this a recolor. So that's why I got this. But this I'm not going to open. Because I am collecting the seal variant and then loose variant if they're singles. If they're in 5-packs, I don't even collect them. Unless if it's riveted. But here's the stuff I am going to open, I guess. Let me put this over here. I think these are just Count Musculus. I want to get more because Count Musculus is hard to find nowadays. And man, oh man, for some reason, the prices on those online are going crazy high. And I'm going to keep one. Well, I wanted to get 3, you know, 1 sealed, 1 loose, and 1 to customize. But since it's a pain in the ass to find this car, even single like the older variants, I just decided to buy 2 because to customize. For some reason, I don't know why it's becoming so popular or expensive nowadays. And it was always a peg warmer, you know. I'm like, dang, why is everyone starting to like this car or something? But I mean, I hope I do find those other colors. Maybe I have to go to an old Hot Wheels store or some kind of These are just the stickers. But if you're wondering, this is the 9th car from this mystery model set. And to be honest, I think these are the only ones I got were just the Muscula. Which is funny, these might even be the ones people don't even buy out of that set. It's probably the most cartoony. And by all means, like I said, I don't mind buying them. More for me. The more the merrier. Here's the Japan. Oh, my voice cracked. Super Impreza Police. It is beautiful. Look at that card art. Wow. Look at the value. But I'm opening you bitch. People are no, don't open it. Sorry, it's a cup card. These are display. And since it's a Japanese livery, it needs to go with my Japan case. Yeah, you're like, you open it just to put it in a case? Yep. Because I don't have that much room, and to be honest, I want to make a wall out of all this stuff that I like to collect. That's the reason why I opened it. I got this one. Another muscle tone. Commissioner Gordon. This is from a Batman set. You find these all the time at Ollie's here. Yeah, well, speaking of Ollie's, $3. But there's a set if you want it. To be honest, I only wanted muscle tone. I mean, that's the only casting I collect right now. And I decided to just open the muscle tones. I don't think I'm going to keep them sealed. So let's open this. And I don't mind Commissioner Gordon, you know. Pretty iconic character from the Batman series, so. It's pretty cool. These were peg warmers there, surprisingly. I guess no one really liked Commissioner Gordon, but I don't mind him. I thought the livery is pretty cool. It's got the cool, you know, the Gotham police style. So there's another variant of muscle tone. I did have another and I didn't know, so the other one I might just trade or give it away. Who knows? But there's another recolor of that. Let's put the Count Musculas over here. And if I showed you guys this in my other video, I just decided to just open it because I'm not going to collect them sealed. Let's move this over here actually. I have a Diora 2 coming. There's a fellow I trade with in another city far from here. He found me a Diora 2. And I think that one's black in this original case. And he's like, hey, at least I found this. Do you want it? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it doesn't sell very well. And I was shocked that no one was buying it. So I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll take it. So next weekend, I'm going to go pick it up and I'll show you. Well, I'll open it for sure for us here. And I'll put it with my Diora case. Now that is sweet. Let's put this over here. Or let me put this down here. I have a tote down here. Look at that glorious muscle tone. That is really, really cool. It's kind of like a Jags or Scheme. I wonder if that's what they were going for. That is really cool. What did I say? Twins, bro? Come on, camera. Maybe zoom out and then pop in. Still? There's two new muscle tones, I guess. More to come, I'm sure. But this is probably the highlight today. If you can zoom in. Come on. You know you want to. Twinsburg. Oh, Twinsburg. Okay. Hey, you see my dirty fingers. Let's move this over here. I don't want to knock it down. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me. Let's put the... Come on, focus on the card. Don't look at my hands. There we go. Put these over here. Trying to put them nice and neatly so they don't fall. Which they're probably going to fall. Because my corner table here is probably the smallest. The big side is on the other end because I got my plasma right next to me where we watch movies and stuff. Because this desk here where I have my light and I'm showing you this, this is actually where my monitor goes. And I just put it on the floor. So it'll give me a little room to show you guys what I got pretty much. So let's put this here for now while I do this. So here is my muscle tones. Let's see if I can get it without it falling. So here's a new variant. 2. If you guys are curious, you guys could look at my other video. I only have a couple of muscle tones, but I guess I can show you one by one of what I have right now. So there's the anime series one, the Star Wars one. I got the white version, and this was the yellow version I picked up last week. Same letter, just different colors. I got the first edition, and this is the recolor, the black. Got this cool USA one. If I didn't collect muscle tone, this would be in my USA display box. I have this one from the street, the box. They had the showstopper. And I think that's it for now. You know, there's still more to come. I'm still hunting. So now we have this is a highlight for sure. So there's that. That one I might have to put somewhere else. But Commissioner Gordon, the anime one. Oh, at least let me fit these. Because what's so great about muscle tone too, it's so skinny that you can put 2, if you like to, you can put 2 together in each tub. I know some people don't like to put them like next to each other, but I don't mind because they're not going to be moving as much. And to me, if they're loose, they're going to be scratching each other. Oh, it's going to be scratching against the wall. It's going to be hitting everything. And to me, I'm like, no, it's going to mess up the paint and everything, in my opinion. So I don't mind putting them like this, like side to side, in the tote, or in this little case. I would say it's not really a tote. So there's that. And then we have one new emergency car. I guess I can show you these too. Let me put this like this. Probably better so you guys can see it too. Some of these aren't going to be real cop cars. You'll see like Fantasy. But you know, there's a Camaro. It's a Lambo. Evo. Got this Metropolis Pursuit looking one, you know. Got the Mad Manga, one of my favorite Mad Mangas. I don't even like Mad Manga that much, but when I saw that cool police scheme, I figured why the hell not. One of my favorite RX-7, but with the police scheme. Subaru. That's from the Japanese 5-pack, and now we got the new one from the other one, the black one. And then we have the red version of the Nissan. I think it's a 2000 Nissan Skyline 2000. Come on. So white. I think it's because it's got a white base, but red. Got a Nissan 350Z. Just a black version of that. Oh, he had a white RX-7. I should have got it. Well, I'll get it next time I go see him. Camaro. I just realized, like, do I have a white? I guess I didn't. Charger. Camaro. I think this is a basic treasure hunt version. The Mach. This, I was thinking about taking it out because I do have a Mach and 302 display, but I don't mind keeping it in there. This is a metal machine. It's a fantasy casting, but you can tell it's a Lambo. They're trying to do like a Lambo, so they still got the cop livery on it, you know. Another recolor of that Lambo. Countach. Was it Porsche Panamera? Yeah. Really not a proper casting like proportion wise, but it did have the livery, so one of my favorite BMWs. I call it the 190, or what is it, 180? I can't remember. I know it's called E something though. Oh, it's called the M3, but I based it off the 80s version, pretty much body style. Beautiful rabbit. Got the police. Then I got the cool SUV one here. And now we got the, well, this one too. I just took it out and moved it to put it next to, put the Subi next to the Subi. So there's that. I'll have to make sure and get that white one off that guy. And that should be everything, guys. I'll have another video here in a bit This is just part one of this because this is all I have to open. Well, I guess I can also show you this. I got it from my brother, but I'll be sending him this because I collect video game stuff for him. It's got a cool Crash Bandicoot livery. I gave him a Super Smash Bros. Star Fox, but Johnny Lightning used to do a lot in the video game car. So this looks like a Viper. Is that what that is? Doesn't say. Well, let me show you the back. So there's those. Pretty cool, huh? I kind of miss when Johnny Lightning used to do these cool Nintendo liveries. I don't really see them, or video game liveries, because this is not Nintendo. This is more PlayStation 1 era. But I thought that was pretty cool. And see, he collects video games the most compared to me. He collects every video game. I'm talking like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Xbox 360, PS2, PS3. Well, you get it from old to new. He collects video games, consoles, and the video game diecast. Like if it's like this, he would love it because it'll be above his shelf for display case purposes. But that should be it, guys. I'll make another video here in a bit showing you something else. Thank you.